Hello everyone. Today we're gonna count down the top 10 coolest people of all time. Yeah. Number 10 is George Washington. He founded our wonderful nation of America. America is where I live. So George Washington's pretty cool. He fought the British. We learned about it in 7th grade, and I like George Washington. He's pretty cool. So coming up next at number 9 is Cardi B. I personally don't like her music, but she is the woman behind the all-legendary Pussy Mimosa. So in that case, I think she deserves a spot on the list, although it is a lower spot. I think she beats out George Washington because America's great, but Pussy Mimosa is greater. Cardi B at number 9. So, coming in at number 8 is James Charles. Personally, I'm not gay, but I think it's good that the gay people have a leader, per se. And I think James Charles is a good leader. He is very gay, which is an important aspect of a leader's gay people. And I'm not gay, but I still think James Charles is pretty cool, and he's also pretty gay. That's why he's number 8. So in our number 7 spot is Rosa Parks. She sat on a bus, and that's pretty damn cool. Not many people will have the courage to sit on a bus, especially in the front of the bus, which is exactly where Rosa Parks sits. She is the most fearless woman in the history of women. Yeah, Rosa Parks at number 7. She got arrested too, lol. This is Zelda. Zelda gets the number 7 spot because it's the person on the cover of The Legend of Zelda, and it's a really cool game franchise. Zelda looks a little different in Smash, and it's because Zelda is transgender, and I think it's really cool to have such a massive video game character be transgender, because this is Zelda in The Legend of Zelda games, but in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and the other Smash games, Zelda's a woman, so I think it's cool that they have a transgender character in video games that's so big. So our next person is Mr. Jobs, Steve Jobs. He made Apple, and I use Apple products like the iPhone, and I think that for making the iPhone, Steve Jobs deserves a spot on the list because iPhones are used nowadays very much. I like iPhones, and Steve Jobs made them. He's made Apple too, but other Apple products are bad. So thanks, Steve Jobs. Rest in peace. So in the number 4 spot is the one and only Jacob Verone IV, better known as Alpharad. He's the funniest internet man. He makes Smash Bros. Content, and I really enjoy watching his content. So I think that Jacob Verone IV, also known as Alpharad, deserves a spot on our list because I bought his merch too, and I like his shirt. Yeah, he's good at Smash. He's funny too. Watch him. Our bronze medalist is the one and only Gandhi. Gandhi, he freed the Indians from British rule, imperial British rule in India. He also sat under a tree and got enlightened. Gandhi is very well known among Indian people. I have Indian friends, and they all know who Gandhi is, and I also know who Gandhi is because he's the 3rd coolest person of all time. Silver medalist coming up next. So, our 2nd coolest person of all time is the one and only Martin Luther King Jr. He freed the black people from racism, and racism is a really bad thing in society, and he fixed it. He made racism go away, and I think that's super cool because I think black people are super cool as well, and I really like what Martin Luther King did, and he had a dream, and I too have dreams, so I can relate to Martin Luther King on a personal level. Okay, so the coolest person of all time is Mr. Masahiro Sakurai. He is a lovely Japanese man, and he developed Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64, GameCube, Wii U, 3DS, and Switch. He's made 5 Smash games, and they're pretty fun. He's a lovely guy. yeah, he made Smash Bros. And that's cool. That's why he's the coolest person of all time. Thank you for watching, and join in next time when we count down the top 10 coolest people of all time.